Just keep going back to the well.
All right.
That's kind of what it tastes like, is well water.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Is that the joke?
This week we begin Dry January 2025. This is episode 155 of the Malting Hour.
What's the haps on the hops? Got yeast, that's beats. This the Malting Hour where we talk about our drink and tell you what we think every other week. And if we get drunk, well, we might slur our speech. Got the gift of gab, the friends you wish you had. Join us for a drink, join us for a laugh. Time is never wasted, where you getting wasted. The Malting Hour here, people take your places. People take your places. People take your home.
Welcome to the Malting Hour. I'm one of your hosts, Tony Golick, joined always with
Brandon Whittinger.
It's an official Happy New Year, even though last week's episode after the final pour was the first episode of the new year. But this is our first episode of the new year that we're recording this.
Indeed.
How's it going, buddy?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good, man. So, a little different this year. You were doing Dry January. I am not. However, it does not mean we are not going to do at least a couple of NA episodes. And I feel like already because it's, the 9th?
Yep.
So we have, how many more to go? No, it's the 9th today, but it says 13th. Three episodes based around NA. We need to do some research because, you're excused. We need to do some research because I went to Beer on the Wall. And when I was there, what I got today for this episode are the only things that we haven't had. Everything else they had there, we have had.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, and that's just one place. Binny's does have a wide selection, but we're also committing then to, and I don't know, maybe we should check and see if they have single cans.
Buying 6-packs or 4-packs, yeah.
Well, and there's also like NA spirits and wine now.
There is.
So, I mean, I think maybe we can do a mocktail episode.
Ooh.
Or one where you drink water, I drink bourbon, and we just talk.
There we go.
And we just see how drunk I can get while you try and keep me like on topic.
I like that idea. We should do that.
We might try that actually. That's not a bad idea. No, I like drinking with you. It's way more fun. So the first two, which we have had NA beers from them before. I think one of the ones I saw was a chocolate stout, which I believe we've had from Untitled Art before.
I believe so.
And when I saw, let me go back a little bit. There were two more beers that I saw that we haven't had, so we do have two more options. And I think there are some hop waters out there that we haven't tried yet.
Ooh.
I do have one hop water I know we haven't tried, and one hard seltzer, NA hard seltzer. So it's just a flavored seltzer. It's just seltzer water.
And we haven't gone through everything from like Go Brewing, have we?
No. In fact, maybe we need to make a trip to Go Brewing, grab some beer from them, and do a full episode on that. Maybe we need to go to Go Brewing.
Yeah. Hey.
Not a terrible idea. We should probably talk about that off mic. Anyway, so I've got two beers here from Untitled Art, two non-alcoholic beers. I kind of want to start just because you and I really enjoy the Sam Adams Just the Haze, which is their NA Juicy IPA. This is the Juicy IPA, just called the non-alcoholic Untitled Art Juicy IPA. Contains less than 0.5% ABV. This is for Matthew, who's not here. Full disclosure, I had two beers before I came here tonight. Two actual beers. And they were Maplewood Charlatans.
Ooh.
Which, by the way, congratulations to Maplewood. I don't know if did you see this? They're expanding.
Yep, I saw that.
So I actually found out about that when I was there for New Year's, which, by the way, was also a lot of fun. Gosh, that was a lot of fun, that New Year's. If anybody lives in Chicago, you want to have a great time for New Year's Eve at a brewery, that was the place to be. It was fantastic. I had two barrel-aged beers and a whole bunch of cocktails. Ooh,
I was going to say only two barrel-aged beers?
Well, it's the same barrel-aged. Well, yeah, only two barrel-aged beers, and then two IPAs, and then the rest were cocktails.
Nice.
And some of the rum punch. And I Ubered home. And then I stayed up till 5.
That's the way to do New Year's.
No drugs were involved, and it was bourbon after once I got home. It was great. What do you think? What are you getting on the? I specify no drugs are involved because I'm 42 years old, staying up until 5 a.m.
Yeah.
What are you getting on the aroma?
Get a nice, like a tropical hop aroma.
At first, I got homebrew, which I think is very common for NA beers, but very tropical.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This one's good.
That's really good.
I like it.
I like this a lot. And this is me coming off of a couple beers.
Comparing it in my head to Just the Haze, I feel like, and again, this is not a knock at the beer, I feel like it's a little less body.
Yes.
It's a little thinner, slightly watery, but the flavor is fantastic.
I feel like they're not overdoing it with the hops to mask the beer. Mm-hmm. So, yes, it does kind of have that grain flavor that I think we get from NA beers. But whatever hops they used, I feel like complement it really well. Like, I think I like this more than Just the Haze.
Yeah, I would.
This is first impression.
Yeah,
of course.
And I would love to do. I would do a side by side with those two because Just the Haze was fantastic, and this one is, fantastic too. I there's nothing really bad I can say about it. So, like, saying that it's a little watery and the body's a little thinner, like, that's not a knock at it. It's just it's a different beer, but it's extremely, extremely well done.
Great color on it too. It's got like a nice orangish strawish hues to it.
Yeah, it's. If I was drunk and somebody gave this to me, I probably
My ears are ringing. I only had 2 beers.
I probably wouldn't know right off the bat.
Yeah, I think you're right. I feel like, this must be like a fresh batch, or they're trying something new, because I'm getting kind of a fresh brewed beer vibe from it. It's very tasty.
Agreed.
All right, I'm got my phone here. I do have my glasses with me. I'm very happy about that. I am going to get an eye exam soon. I think I may have said that before. It's time because I can't see, and I'm tired of just using readers to read everything. Okay, here we go. Untitled Art. They have They have an NA mix pack.
Ooh,
the hell. This is only 55 calories and 12 carbs. There you go for
Lovely.
all you. But I wanted to see like the actual.
like if it said what hops they used, or
Here we go. Yeah, I wanted to know a little bit more about the beer. Okay, yeah, thank you. This is great podcasting when I'm not talking and you're not. Okay, here we go. NA.
1 gram of protein.
Ooh, good. Hey, get your protein. I'd drink this during lunch.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. So here we go. The NA Juicy IPA was our first foray into the world of non-alcoholic beer, and we couldn't be more proud of how it turned out. That's crazy. This was their first NA beer.
Good job. Good job.
And this is why I like it. Brewed with Citra and Mosaic hops and bursting with, juicy tropical citrus notes and aromas. Our membrane filtration technology allows us to brew fully fermented beer and gently remove the alcohol without losing the aromas and flavors of your favorite styles. All flavor, no alcohol. Now I will say this. The price point on this, the 6-pack. And this is tough. $17.99.
Ooh.
I get it, though.
Yeah, I mean, there's extra work that goes into making these beers. I mean, it sucks for people that don't regularly drink.
This is a $3 can of beer.
Yeah.
At Beer on the Wall. It was $3 for this. But I will say this. If I'm building a NA mix pack, this is in it. This is in it 100%.
Oh, I would agree. I would do this one again 100 times over.
This is probably the first NA beer other than, who was it that, Athletic, when I had their
sour?
Yeah, Soul Sour.
Yeah.
Which was my favorite, but also it was a sour beer. I'm not knocking. I'm not saying like that, but like it's a sour beer. It's tart. It was refreshing. It was like the perfect time to have a sour beer.
Yeah.
This might be one of my favorite NA beers of all time.
Ooh.
Like this to me is better than Just the Haze. And Just the Haze is fantastic.
Yeah.
But there's something about this. It just, however they use the Citra and Mosaic, it tastes like a nice, juicy beer that almost masks the flavor of that bready, grainy cereal flavor that we get from NA beers.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, I don't hate that flavor.
No, neither do I. And we've talked about that before.
But I appreciate the, them putting the, the work in to make sure that the hops were the kind of the star of this. Definitely makes for a great beer. I would love to try like the regular version of this. Like,
now I'm going to go back and they have the mix pack. So one of the other ones we're going to have is the NA Italian style Pils. I thought a Pilsner would be a fun way to do it. They have a West Coast IPA, an American Gold, Citra Haze, which was an untapped winner in 2023.
Okay.
The Chocolate Milk Dark Brew. I'd like to go back and find out how that... I think we liked it. I'm pretty sure we liked it. And then a Mango Dragon Fruited Sour.
That sounds good.
Yeah, that sounds really good. They have a super... Geez, they have a lot. A Super Kolsch, non-alcoholic. Australian style sparkling brew. So the non-alcoholic sampler, which again the price point is pretty high, but 24 beers for $49.99. It's on sale. But you get 3 of the American Gold Juicy IPA Italian style Pils, Citra Haze, Orange Peel Wit, Mango Dragon Fruit Sour, West Coast IPA, and Grapefruit Radler.
Okay.
So I mean, to be honest, for dry January, if you want to get something that has a bunch of flavor and you're not sitting around, you're not going to sit around and I don't think so. But you and I have not, during dry January, be like, I'm getting a 6-pack of NA beers and I'm going to drink them all right now.
Yeah.
I think maybe I've had like...
You're trying to catch a buzz at that 0.5%.
I've had like, I think doing these episodes is the only time I've had more than one NA beer in one night.
Yeah, same for me. Even like when I go out, if I go somewhere and I grab one, I don't think I've done more than one. Maybe if they had something different.
There was only one time that I did. I think I've talked about this. Heineken Zero. Went out for a friend's birthday and I drank like 5 Heineken Zeros because it tasted like Heineken. Not that I love the taste of Heineken, but I was like, oh, it tastes like I'm drinking beer.
Yeah,
like it was just kind of like a placebo effect of like being at a bar, hanging out with people who were drinking, and I'm drinking the NA Heineken. So it was like, oh, this is good. And I had like 4 or 5 of those that night.
Yeah, so I take that back. I went to a Bears game. I don't know if it was last January or the January before.
It was last January. I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, and I had a bunch of Heineken Zeros there, I think, too. Not a bunch, but I think I had like 3.
Yeah, I think that was, a year or 2 ago, because I think it was around the same time that I did it, that you did it as well. So I don't think it was last year. I think it was the year before.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
And
that was my last Bears game.
Weren't Bourbon counties being thrown in your face too during that?
Yes.
Not thrown in your face, but they were present.
Yeah, because I went with Pat, and Pat had literally just had a box
gotta come back, baby.
Pat had a box of beers in his car, and he was like, "Oh, I've got some Bourbon County in here, this and that." Like, so we tailgated for a couple of minutes, and I just kind of stood around. I was like, "All right, cool, yeah."
How you guys doing?
Yeah. Like dry January surprisingly is not hard for me, considering how much, I don't drink a lot. And it's been a lot easier this month because most of December and November, I think I kind of stopped drinking during the week unless we were recording.
Yeah. You and I had talked about that.
So kind of doing this, I was like, today I was
cool
like,
flex, bro.
I was like, it's the 9th. I was like, oh, okay. And it was like, I've not really had any desire to drink really. So, it's been kind of nice, but this kind of satiates the need for beer currently.
Yeah. In all honesty, if I was doing dry January, I might go out and spend the $18 on a 6-pack of this because it just tastes good. Like maybe to have while watching a movie or after dinner kind of deal, I'm going to treat myself. And I just want something, not because it's beer, but it's it's better than soda.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd rather drink that than a Coke.
Yeah, agreed.
To be honest. Brandon, how many empty cans of beer are you giving this since it's January?
I'm going to go 4 or 5.
Yeah, man, I'm right there with you. 4 or 5, 100%. This is fantastic, and I don't know what we gave just the haze, but dude, that is a perfect NA beer. That might be the most perfect NA beer I've ever had.
Very well done. I'm excited for the next one.
Yes, I'm gonna get a little swish around here in my glass real quick. By swish around, I mean pour some water. I just went to the bathroom when I got here, and all this water and liquid pouring is making me need to go again. This break better come soon. All right, here we go. It's like hoppy water. All right, here we go. So this is the non-alcoholic, Untitled Art Italian-style Pils. Contains less than 1.5% alcohol.
Interesting.
Again, here we go. So the Italian Pilsner. I believe I said this when Matthew was around. I'm like, what the hell makes an Italian Pilsner? And I don't know. And I don't think anyone knows. It's a certain style. It's the fucking Pilsner. What makes it an Italian Pilsner?
It's got to be made by an Italian guy.
So I could have made this. I could have made this beer. I'm Sicilian, everybody, so I can do that. I can do that accent. Are you telling me, Brandon, I could have made this a beer?
Indeed.
Okay. Okay. So I'm kind of getting the same aroma. Fresh. Ooh, okay. Swirl it. Did you swirl it around a little bit? Swirling it around kind of opens up a bit more of a Pilsner smell.
Yeah.
But I'm getting that like grainy smell off the bat here as we get in most NA beers. Brandon and I both have... Yeah, you take a sip. And I'm going to take a sip now. I want to know what you think about this first before I say what I'm going to say.
Well, it tastes a lot.
Or do you want me to go?
No, so what's interesting is I get like Pilsner like right away, and then it fades very quickly.
Okay.
Into like nothing.
That's interesting because I'm going to do one more sip. I get Pilsner, and then all of a sudden I get like, I don't know, like some type of stone fruit.
Interesting.
Like a stone fruit hop. Okay, here we go. Oh, bless you. Salud! An Italian Pilsner is a hoppier version to your standard Pilsner, and we love them. I got a burp coming in. I'm sorry, everybody. We made this non-alcoholic version with Hallertau Mittelfrau and Strata hops for a floral aroma and crispy, pleasantly bitter finish. Interesting.
So,
by the way, this is 40 calories, 8 carbs.
I took another sip, switched it around a little bit, got the Pilsner, and then I got some floralness. And it may be in my head because I heard you say...
stone fruit. So maybe not stone fruit. But maybe that's floral. I don't know. There's just like... There's something... It doesn't taste floral to me. It tastes fruity to me.
Yeah.
But I really like it. Mm-hmm. But it is like Pilsner on the tip of my tongue and then fruit party in my mouth.
It's always a fruit party in your mouth.
It's true. What can I say? New year, new me.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy it. So, like when I first sipped it, and I don't know if I still had some lingering of the previous one in there, and that's kind of where my expectations were. But like it was Pilsner and then kind of nothing. But then as I took a couple more sips, I think it was kind of clearing my palate, and then I started getting. That's what I was kind of getting, that like floralness, slightly fruity. The body on this is, it matches a Pilsner for me.
Absolutely. It's definitely less body than the last one.
Agreed. I feel like I would like it to be a tad more carbonated.
It could be because of the temperature, too. It's not super cold, but I think you're right.
But other than that, it's another really well done beer.
Let it sit on your tongue for a second. I think it's because it's not that cold. I could be wrong about that, but like I let it sit on the tip of my tongue, and there's a lot of like little bubbles going on in there. But yeah, I'm getting like this fruitiness in the back end. Like, I don't know. Like, I didn't expect that. And I'm not totally familiar with Strata. Okay, so here we go. I feel like I'm right. Strata has notes of passion fruit, melon, strawberry, grapefruit, cannabis, and dried chili peppers.
Is it cannabis?
Yeah. Reefers.
Yeah, when I let it sit on my tongue a little longer,
low alpha acids on this too.
Kind of swish it back a little further. I was getting kind of like some melon
Yeah, maybe melon is what I'm getting. Maybe I think that's what I'm picking up.
Yeah.
Stone fruit was I was going off of fruit, and I don't know why stone fruit. This is definitely not a stone fruit, but this is really enjoyable.
Yeah.
This is really enjoyable. And again, it was almost like, I don't know, like misleading with the aroma until I switched it around. It smelled like, Pilsners, and that's a noble hop. Some people say it's like skunky kind of. That's kind of what reminds me. It didn't sound skunky. It just, that's the first thing that comes to my head because, that's why I related, Pilsners when we were drinking like fucking Rolling Rock and Heinekens when we were younger.
The good old days.
The good old days. That's what my brain goes to, but it's noble hops. And this is really good, man. I'm really impressed. I'm almost tempted to say, do you want to split a 24 pack of their mixed?
I would probably do that.
You know what? Still owe you a little bit. Let me buy it. I'm chipping away at stuff there. But I might do it because I'm now very interested in what the West Coast IPA tastes like. The dragon fruit, sour, the golden ale, and we've had the other ones, the chocolate, this one. And I'd really like to revisit the chocolate stout because I'm almost positive we really liked it.
Yeah, and again, these are just two from them, and I feel like they did a fantastic job.
Also, regular Untitled Art beers are very good.
Yes.
I've checked in some this year that have been very tasty.
Yeah, I don't know
or last year, I should say.
when the last time I had Untitled Art, but needless to say, if their NA beers are this good, I mean, you can't really go wrong with trying some of their other stuff.
How many melons? I'm really bad already. How many melons are you giving this one?
I'm gonna go 4.
I'm giving this. I'm also gonna go 4 or 5 on this.
Okay.
This is. I'm really impressed. Now, would I say this is a Pilsner? Probably not. I would lean more towards I don't know what I would lean toward. I don't know what style I'd call it. There's some bitterness up front. The aroma's kind of there, but then I get that like melon. And it's just, I really enjoy it. It almost reminds me of like a low bittered pale ale almost.
I could see that.
Or maybe just a low hopped, I don't know. But Pilsners, have like a nice little bite to it. But again, Italian Pilsners apparently are hoppy Pilsners. And I guess that, according to the style, as I said, I didn't know what it was until they just, man, my nails are disgusting. They're so dirty. Sorry. I just looked at them now. Thought I cleaned them. I think if this is what an Italian Pilsner is supposed to be, I think I should be leaning into Italian Pilsners a little bit more because this is definitely in my wheelhouse and this is fantastic.
Yeah, and I know we've had an Italian Pils.
Have we?
Have we an Italian Pilsner? I don't know. Well, I don't know if we've had one on the show. I think I know.
Maybe
I've had one somewhere at some point.
I'm cleaning my nails.
Yeah, and I don't remember. We've had this conversation with Matthew, I think, right?
Yes, that's he's the Matthew. Text us when you hear this. We have had the conversation of what an Italian Pilsner is, and I think you gave a sarcastic answer, which is why you're not on this episode.
Yeah, so I can't remember if we've actually ever had one.
We've had
we had
New Zealand IPA.
What is like Italian beer? It's like Peroni, is that?
Yeah, and that's a Pilsner, but it's not. It's a lager at least. I know it's a lager. I don't know if it's a Pilsner. What is Peroni? Yeah, let's get out.
Yeah,
Google Chan 3000.
Look how I grabbed my phone and I got a fucking computer sitting right in front of me.
That's funny because I was about to type in Patron. Anheuser-Busch. It's a pale lager. So it's not a Pilsner. It's a pale lager.
Okay.
So do with that information what you will. But I will say this. What a solid start to our first Dry January episode. 2 really good beers that I would call beers. Like I would serve these to guests. You know what I mean? Like not even to be like, hey, I'm going to trick you and that's not beer. But I'd be like, hey, I want you to try this and tell me what you think of it without saying anything else about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to see what someone thinks. Oh, yeah, that tastes really good. You know what I mean? Or to see what they think. I think people would hands down, thoroughly enjoy both of these.
Have you had...
Oh, here it comes. The big reveal.
Double Saz from Hop Butcher?
No.
According to Untapped, that is an Italian Pilsner.
Okay.
I did not know that.
Double size, okay. And I know that Microphone does one where they use the the Chicago...
The pizza logo.
Pizza box, yeah. Which, probably should try that next time I see it. Yeah, I think I'm going to be more on the lookout for Italian Pilsners. Because if this is what a non-alcoholic one tastes like, I can only imagine that the ones with real booze in it is going to be pretty good.
It's kind of funny, though. I'm looking through this list. It was like the 12 best Italian Pilsners of, it said 2022. None of them are Italian. It's all these U.S.-based beers.
Because I feel like it's a U.S. made-up style.
Yeah.
Crazy Americans.
Okay, hold on. So, Beer Advocate...
Breaking news.
...has a description, or somebody wrote a description.
Brandon, while you read that description, I really have to pee again. So
okay.
Hope you can stretch this out for at least 45 seconds.
Italian style for the Italian Pilsners. Whatever happened to... There is a belief that a Pilsner that incorporates dry hopping yields an Italian Pilsner since the Agostino Arioli discovered dry hopping for his Pilsner, Tipo Pils, back in 1996. Well, it's not that long ago. I posted the below in a past thread, blah, 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 blah. According to Arioli, the Italian style is defined by simple metrics. It must be light in color, between 4 and 5.4% alcohol by volume, and most critically, should be dry hopped using only traditional German or Czech hops, also known as noble hops. Or new varieties that resemble the traditional ones. Okay, so it's just a dry hopped Pilsner, basically. That's what it sounds like. Yeah, so I'm reading through all of this, and that's literally what I'm getting out of this. So, literally, it's a dry hopped Pilsner.
Okay.
You dry hop it with noble hops.
All right, that's a good, I'm glad the listeners got, when I go back and edit this, I'm going to listen to that and see if you said anything shitty about me too.
Yeah, no. Yeah, and it said like the style was discovered by some dude in 1996, so it's not like some old world thing.
Huh. It's definitely more modern, but it's definitely become more popular within the last 5 years. I would say even the last 3 years.
Yeah, well, because more places are popping up with it, and I think in this the Untapped thing I was reading too, it was talking about the 12 best. It started off by talking about Pivo Pils from Firestone Walker.
And that's a hoppy. That's a hoppy Pilsner for sure.
But I've always looked at that as supposed to be like a Polish beer. Is a Pivo?
Interesting. Yeah, I guess I kind of thought about it the same way.
Because Pivo in Polish is little, I think. Pretty sure. So we're doing, lessons.
We're learning. We're learning right now all together. Pivo.
Oh, no, it's beer. Word. Sorry, beer. Yeah, never mind.
So it's a beer pills that they called it beer pills?
Apparently so.
Okay,
yeah, Pivo's not little.
Walker. Russian Pivo means beer. Middle Russian, Old East Slavic means drink beverage. Proto-Slavic means drink beverage. Proto-Indo-European. Pivo comes from Proto-Indo-European. That I can't pronounce that. Okay, beer. It's basically beer. So, beer Pilsner.
Yeah.
Way to go, Firestone. Does sound cool, though. Pivo Pils does sound cool. Yeah, fantastic. 2 great beers to start this dry January with you, buddy. And I think right now would probably be a good time to take a break.
And we're back.
Welcome back, everybody, to our first Dry January episode of 2025. We already... I meant to bring this up. We've already gone through 2 beers, and they were from Untitled Art. And I wanted to talk about that I did have at least one other beer checked in from Untitled Art, not NA beer. But I had a barrel-aged Midnight Toffee Stout back in March of 2023. And I put it, really taste the toffee, Chokuabad Barrel 2. I'm pretty sure I was feeling pretty good at that point. To which Clark replied, I love, in quotes, Chokuabad barrels. Yeah, it was.
Shut up, Clark.
Yeah, Clark, shut up. It was pretty good. I remember really liking that beer and really being able to taste the. I gave it a 4.5, so that seems to be the running check-in rating for me for Untitled Art. The next thing we have is from, as I mentioned earlier, Maplewood. This is Rad Hyroz Sparkling Hop Water. It's a Bodacious berry lemonade with mosaic hops. It has 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 alcohol. There's nothing in this. Also, the percent of daily value of vitamins tells you that the nutrient is serving of food contributes to a daily diet. 2,000 calories a day is used in general nutrition advice. Carbonated water, hops, natural flavor, and citric acid. It's gluten-free, vegan, and non-GMO.
Thank God.
So basically, this is just give it a nice little pour. So, Brandon, I think you and I are the same. A healthy pour on this. You enjoy, sparkling carbonated water.
Indeed.
Correct? Like flavored ones.
Yes.
All the good. Ooh, fuck. Pardon my French on that. Holy cow. I can't wait for you to give a whiff of this. I love flavored carbonated water. To me, it's delicious. It's an easy way to drink a bunch of water. And it's, there's nothing wrong with drinking carbonated water. It's a good way to get some water in you. I like drinking regular water. But flavored carbonated water to me is top notch. What do you get in the aroma of this? Man?
You know what it smells like to me? And I don't know what flavor of it. It smells like Crystal Light.
Pink lemonade. Pink lemonade.
That's probably what it is.
Crystal Light. And this smells like pink lemonade Kool-Aid, pink lemonade Weilers, pink lemonade all around.
Got a little bit of pink lemonade in the flavor.
What is it again? Blackberry on the bottom.
Bodacious berry lemonade with mosaic hops.
This is really good.
Yeah, I agree.
I can drink this all the time.
Yeah, I will seek this out, not even for a dry January thing. This is just a fun drink.
A carbonated hop water that. Now, with that being said, the hop water, I don't get a lot of the mosaic.
Yeah.
I definitely get berry lemonade.
That's enough for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just interesting that mosaic is involved. I wonder what this would taste. I wonder if it would be more like an artificial, weird flavor if there wasn't mosaic in there. Because mosaic is off-putting to some people. I would say to people, Clark, that if you don't like mosaic, you might like this because it does not give off a strong mosaic hop flavor, which some people perceive, much like cilantro, as soapy.
I like cilantro. And I like mosaic too.
Yeah.
So I kind of agree. The hops are lost on me. But maybe that's just because the berry and the lemonade are coming through so prominently. But for a carbonated water, really well done.
Here's some things about carbonated water that I don't know. I don't know if a lot of people do it, but I feel like, I think, especially with hoppy carbonated, I shouldn't say carbonated water, with hopped carbonated water, I feel like they would be good for mixers. Especially something like this, where if you made a cocktail that called, say it was vodka and lemon, you could add this into that to give you that fizz and still add a berry and more of a lemonade flavor to it. I think it would make it for an interesting cocktail.
When you said cocktails, I don't know why the first thing my mind went to on this was gin.
I could see that.
And I hate gin.
I don't like gin that much either.
But yeah, for some reason I was like, oh, this could complement some gins really well. But yeah, the vodka thing too. I think that would be a winner. I don't see any other spirits really that I think would go well with this. But
I think vodka and gin probably the only two.
Yeah. But yeah, really well done. I love the carbonation on it. It's definitely more carbonated, I think, than the NA beers that we had.
Yes.
But I expect that from, essentially like a seltzer water, you know, flavored seltzer water. But extremely well done. I was going to be like, oh, the body on this tastes like water.
Well, it's water.
Yeah. Yeah, the aroma's great. The only thing I'm missing is the hops, and I'm missing it in flavor, but I'm not missing it overall because I still kind of enjoy this. So
yeah, I just kind of switched it around my mouth. I get berry. You know what I mean? Like I get a berry flavor. I thought maybe I would get something else. Like maybe I'd get some Mosaic, but I don't really get much Mosaic at all. Which again, I don't think is a bad thing. I don't think it's something that's a negative to this drink. I do think as far as hop waters go, and you and I were discussing it when we were on break, I'm pretty sure we've not had Revolution's Zero Hero, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, or Super Zero.
Super Zero on this, so we can have that because I will definitely buy a 6-pack of that. And even if we have had it, we're going to drink it again because I do love that.
Now, the thought is, I wonder if the hops have fallen off.
Is this an old can?
When do you think this was canned?
I would hope sometime this year or in November.
July 18th, 2024.
Okay. Now, I don't know the stability of hops in water.
Yeah.
But we are clearly, was that August, September, October, November, December, almost 6 months to the day. Almost 6 months to the day. I would think that the hop stability would be pretty good coming from a brewery in making water, but I don't know how long hops stay in carbonated water.
And I don't know how much was actually in there to begin with.
True.
So
I'll tell you this, though. For being almost 6 months to the day, it's still fucking tasty.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would drink this. But now that makes me more inclined to want to find a fresher can of this to see if the hops do come through.
Yeah.
Because that may change my perception of the beer. But the way, the water, but the way it is right now, I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, I really like this, and I've never seen it before, so I'm surprised to hear that this is canned in July.
Yeah.
I thought that this was something for dry January, that it was a popular thing to do, and I've never seen this or heard of it. Also, I've never really been on the lookout, but I feel like I'm pretty in tune with hop water, at least local hop water.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's crazy. I would like to know if there are some freshies out there that I can try and find. I don't know. Maybe they did. Maybe it was released in July, and Beer on the Wall is not known for having older things sit around. At least that I know of, that I've noticed. I feel like everything kind of moves fast. So
yeah, and I will say so. According to the Maplewood website, there is a series of these. So we've got the Bodacious Berry Lemonade, but there's also Totally Tropical.
Ooh.
Looks like those are the only two hop waters that they do.
Okay.
But still like it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to be on the lookout for these because it's fantastic, and I wonder how often they make them. I have to inquire about this.
And Maplewood has a line of THC seltzers.
Yes, that I knew as well. I thought about buying some on New Year's. Glad I didn't. Yeah. I would have drinking when I got home, and that would have just...
I'm having water.
I'm drinking water. Brandon, how many lemonade stands are you giving this one?
I'm going to go 4.25.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. 4.25. I was like, yeah, between 4 and 4.25. This is, it's solid. It's really tasty. I would drink this all the time. I think it's better than some of the other hop waters that I have had because there is that Bodacious berry and lemonade lemon in there.
Yeah.
I feel like that is what is setting this apart from other hop waters that I've had in the past.
Yeah, because a lot of the stuff we've had, it's literally just hopped water.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure, again, not totally sure, have we had all of the Lagunitas hop waters on this podcast?
I don't even know if I've had all the...
I think we've just had the regular one.
Yeah.
Well, there's another. Oh, hey, look at this. We're filling in the weeks right here, right now, because the other flavored ones are fantastic, and those are good. Those are I'm pretty sure there's a grapefruit one, or no, there's a blood orange one, I believe.
I think I saw that one before.
That would be that's a 12-pack I would definitely buy and get for the podcast because it's delicious. I know Whole Foods sells it. So
The hop Lagunitas?
yeah.
Yeah.
Then again, I feel like that's something that would be good for cocktails. It's already like a flavored seltzer that, and just the regular hop water that they do is really good.
Yeah.
Speaking of hop water, we got one more local, and this is Hop Butcher's Hop Water for the World. If I'm not mistaken, this might be the second or third time they've done this. So this is Citra, Mosaic, and Eldorado hop non-alcoholic sparkling hop water. And this was packaged on, just when I thought maybe the Maplewood one was, November 21st, 2024. Okay. So this is, by the way, that Maplewood was a 16-ounce can, which cost the same amount of money, if I'm not mistaken, as these other 12-ounce NA beers that I got. So I will say that's a little bit better. And I'm super excited about this because Hop Butcher... They know hops, and I just went in for a sniff, and that is hoppy, baby. They do a bunch. I would say they're primarily known for their hazy IPAs and big double dry hop IPAs, and even their stouts have become very big beers. But they also do very nice lagers and very nice pale ales and very nice just straight up IPAs. But they know hops, and they know hops very well, and this is definitely... Ooh, that is hoppy.
Yeah.
All right.
It smells to me like when you drop hops into the wort.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's boiling, and you get that like hop aroma coming off of it. That's what I'm getting.
I get that, and I also get almost like this woody, earthy smell from it too. Like maybe if you're picking fresh hops, I don't know. All right, going in for the sip.
It's hoppy.
Hoppy, but not bitter.
No.
I need another sip of this.
There's an aftertaste to me.
There's an aftertaste that I'm not caring for.
Agreed.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it starts off like it's going to be like astringent, and then almost metallic, and then I don't know, it's just like a muddled.
Oh, yeah. Oh man, I was
looking forward to this.
Me too. Oh no.
What did you do?
You know what? Maybe it's the hop combo. Maybe it's... All right, I gotta look into something here real quick. Hold on, here we go. There is,
and here's what's interesting is the tasting notes on here. It says fresh citrus, pleasant dank, and bright pineapple. I am not getting pineapple. I'm getting way more dank, like a bad dank.
So Eldorado says tropical fruit, watermelon, and stone fruit with a distinct sweet flavor. And I also see Eldorado as a perfect dual-purpose hop that carries wonderful pineapple aroma and flavor. I don't get that at all.
No.
And Citra and Mosaic, I don't get that at all. There is this... Okay. Hop Butcher. I've talked nothing but good things about you guys and how much I love your beers. And I did that right before we did this.
It's the water we got to go after.
I apologize, but we got to be honest. And we're being honest. This tastes like... You ever leave water in the car in a plastic bottle?
Yep.
On a warm day. And you come back to it after a few hours and it's a little warm. And there's this weird plastic taste.
Chemicals have leaked in. Yeah.
It tastes like there's like a chemical water. And not in an astringent way. It's just this very weird plastic chemical. I do not care for this.
No.
And again, this is just me and Brandon there might be people. I mean, I know that they've made this before, and they wouldn't keep making it if people didn't like it. Just for me, this is definitely not for me. And maybe, I don't know, maybe it has something to do with us coming off of the berry lemonade.
Possibly, but
there have been beers though there have been drinks and beers that we've gone to. Not drinks, beers that we've had, and we're like, ooh, maybe it's because of that beer. And then we kept drinking, like, oh, okay, now I get this, but I keep getting
that same aftertaste. And to me, the more I drink it, the more powerful it's becoming.
Absolutely.
Maybe now I'm just honed in on it, but like it is.
That's all I taste.
Yeah.
I can't do it
like
anymore.
The hoppiness has kind of disappeared completely.
I just took like a big gulp, and all I get is like this weird. Man, I'm so bummed.
Yeah.
I definitely did not want to do a bummer review of a Hop Butcher product.
Yeah.
Especially a hop water, because I just love hop water so much, and this just does not. There's just something not pleasant for me.
Yeah, it would have been nice to have this in the rotation. And again, there's a possibility that it's an off batch or something like that.
Or it's us.
Yeah.
It could be us. Maybe these sat out. Maybe something happened. Would I seek it out if I go to another place where I get a single can? Sure. I'll try it one more time.
Yeah, I would be interested. I wonder, do they ever have this kind of stuff at the tap room?
I don't know. And if they do, we should... One of us at least needs to go and check it out. Let me check something real quick. Okay. Over to the world. Go to the website. Check the tap room. Menu. Visit us. Tap room menu. Here we go. Downloading the PDF because I need another PDF saved to my phone. Hop water for the world.
They have it on tap?
Yeah.
Interesting. I would like
$2.50.
I'd be interested in trying it on tap.
Yeah, I would too. They also have a hard seltzer called Vacation Mode right now on tap.
Ooh.
Now, I did, so while I was at Beer on the Wall buying these, I did buy myself my own 4-pack of beers to try. And one of the ones that I got was from Hop Butcher. And this is an interesting one. It's called Zombie Hopsicle 2. Part 2, if you will, with our friends at Beer Zombies. This time fruited with the styles of kiwi and watermelon.
Okay.
It's a hazy double IPA. So, yeah, man, I'm kind of bummed. I'm actually sad about this this hop water. Gosh.
Yeah,
it's a cool can too. I like the can design.
Yeah, 'cause I don't think I've ever had a hop water that I was just like, no. They've all just been like, they've been like good, or
this one's
like, oh, they're okay. This one is just, it's not okay.
Yeah, like I just did one more sip.
The aroma is so deceiving.
I can't do it. I don't like this. Oh yeah, it's not good.
We just keep going back to the well.
All right,
that's kind of what it tastes like, is well water.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Is that the joke? Is that the joke, Hop Butcher? You're getting us to drink what? No, I'm just joking. Brandon, I hate to do this. How many butcher knives are you giving this?
Ooh, I feel bad, but I'm like 1.75.
I'm a solid 1.
Yeah. I was being nice.
Yeah, I know. And I was going to do like a 2. I was going to go, it's $2.50 to get. I gave it 2.5, but this is a 1. I will pay the $2.50 to try this again on tap to see if maybe has something to do with the pack. But it tastes like artificial, chemical, plastic. Something's just not good. Sorry, Hop Butcher. I love you guys. I really do. I love your beers. And I
don't know if we've ever had a Hop Butcher on here that we didn't like, so.
Yeah. And I've talked about them enough, but this is just, this isn't for me. But everybody else, if you want to give it a try, give it a try. Maybe it's our
let us know.
Right now. Yeah, I actually would be interested.
Yeah, so if you have tried this, let us know your thoughts on it. Or if you do try it, same thing, let us know. Just comment on the socials of this episode, or send us an email, info@themaltinghour.com.
Brandon, if you had to rank all these in order, what are you going to rank these?
So first up, I would do the what do we got here? The Juicy IPA, Italian Pils, the Rad Hydros, and then the Hop Butcher.
So the exact order that we drink them?
Yep.
That's exactly where I was going to go to. The Untitled
It's just
Art,
convenient that it worked out that way.
absolutely. The Untitled Art, you know what? The pills, you call it Pivo pills, I think.
Oh my gosh.
No, that's just my head. Italian pills, it almost took over the Juicy IPA just because I really like that melon flavor that was in it. But both really good, and it happens to be in that order. And I would put, honestly, those three could easily be tied and interchangeable.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, Hop Butcher, you've been chopped. Just something's not resonating with us. But I will say this, not bad for our first Dry January episode. And if you're out there also doing Dry January, it's super important. Super, super, super important. You go out there and you still support your local breweries and any place else, your bar, whatever. If you can get a growler to go, a crawler to go, stop in, grab a 4-pack, a 6-pack, a gift card, or stop in just to have some food.
Put money on the table and leave.
Yeah. If your brewery sells food, go there for dinner. And have a Diet Coke on me. Please don't charge me. Or just make sure that you're still supporting local businesses. Especially in January, it's the toughest. We all have, holidays have come and gone. We're all a little less money in our pockets and stuff like that. But this is the most important time to support local businesses and local breweries because a lot of people do Dry January, which is great. It's good. You should do Dry January if you want to do it. But also just remember, there are businesses out there that are counting on our dollars to keep them alive.
Indeed. Yeah, but the same thing goes too. So you don't necessarily have to go in and buy a 4-pack of beer. You could go, like if they have non-alcoholic offerings.
Yes, good example, yeah.
You can go to the source and get it from them. And a lot of places, and I know like there's breweries out there that don't do their own NA stuff, but a lot of them serve other things. So if you are going for food, check their NA options. There's stuff out there. So if there's something you haven't tried that you are interested in trying, like that, now's the perfect time.
You think about all the stuff. Yeah, you may have your goals of losing weight and getting in shape and stuff. Doesn't mean you can't go out to dinner once a week for 4 weeks. It's fine. A lot of these places have salads and shit like that, and also maybe make that the day where you just maybe cut down
your cheat day.
Yeah, it's your cheat day if you want to call it a cheat day, or just plan your meals better during the day. Yeah. You're going out to dinner, It'll be good. Trust me.
Get your shit together, man.
Because when February, when the summer rolls around and you want to go sit on a patio at a brewery,
you want it to be there.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be there. You want it to be there, exactly. So it's definitely really important to support local breweries if you're doing Dry January, and even if you're not doing Dry January, just make sure you go out there. If you're not drinking that much anymore, just hop in, grab something to go if you need to, or just have a beer, something, because these businesses need support during this time of year.
Agreed.
With that being said, Brandon, I love everybody.
Love you too, man.
And we'll see everybody next week.
Bye.
This has been The Malting Hour. Be sure to follow us on all social media by searching The Malting Hour and at themaltinghour.com. You can also follow us individually on social media. Brandon can be found on Instagram as BMDub81, on Twitter, BDub81, and on Untapped as BDubDrinksBeer. Tony can be found on Instagram and Untapped under Ace of Help Chicago, on Twitter, The Ace of Help Chicago. Clark can be found as Clarkowski on all three. Dan can be found on Instagram as hip__hops and hip hops on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe, like, and rate the show on your preferred podcast listening platform. Until next time, cheers from all of us at The Malting Hour.